anticipated for about 2 weeks. Stan, chill out, man. Another like 1 minute. So I just want to actually take this moment to shout out to the sponsors for CloutKing, TrapStar Tuesday. We got Don's Donuts from Humboldt. Yeah. Shout out to Don's Donuts. Thanks for the sponsorship. We got Spare Time in Willits is also a sponsor, and we got Sticker Farmer. So thank you for sponsoring TrapStar Tuesday.
All these rappers just talk about it, I live it.
We're gonna get CJ's lowdown on Humboldt from CJ. Kind of his history. All right.
Man, what's good with you?
Yo, what up, CJ?
What's up? Thank you for having me, bro. Appreciate you.
Thanks for coming on TrapStar Tuesday. We've got a lot of anticipation on this one.
Hell yeah. Hey, shout out to everybody out there who's fucking tuning in straight the fuck up, whether you from Santa Cruz, Humboldt, motherfucking wherever. I don't give a fuck where you from. You can grow the shittiest weed in the world. Thank you for tuning in. I know a lot of y'all grow crack.
All right, CJ. I want to get into this interview in 1 second, but first, you know, we have a lot to talk about Humboldt. The weed culture in both of those areas. And I want to start with you and kind of, you know, what makes you trap or what makes you a candidate for TrapStar Tuesday? What do you feel like the black market? That's pretty trappy.
Well, first of all, I would like to say that congratulations to you for having an actual trap star on the show for the first time ever. And I want to raise the bar.
I disagree. We had Joey 997.
I don't know who that is. And first I want to say that I would like to now officially say that the bar has been raised to be a trap star, and I'm going to list the credentials I feel from now on after this segment they should have, and I'm going to give you what qualifies me as a trap star, okay? For one, first and foremost, there's over 17 bitches in my city with my name tattooed on them. Okay? First of all, let's just get that out the way with. So, from now on, if you don't got a minimum of 8 bitches with your name, and I'm not talking about my fucking God-given Christian name. I'm talking about the real cracker motherfucking Jack, right? Right across a bitch's butt cheeks. No, a lot of them got my Christian name. I'm lying. You know, they was all sensitive and gay when we did it. I tried to trick them into doing it, made them think I was going to be with them, and then afterwards dogged them out. But, so first and foremost, if you want to be a trap star, you got to have some bitches out there, got to have your name tattooed on them. It's real talk. It's part of the requirement. Second of all, if you haven't lost at least $1 million in the mail, in lost packs and money and friends saying they didn't get it and ripping you off and sending fucking 20 packs to family members and having them slow play you for fucking 17 years, cousin Greg, fuck you. If you haven't lost $1 million in the mail in the fucking early 2000s, late 2000s, and you ain't a trap star, you really ain't shit, honestly. And third of all, you know,
I can agree with that.
Yeah, you have to listen. If you haven't woke up, tracked 3 different packs on your kitchen counter on 3 different devices and realized that every fucking one of them is gone, and then sat on the end of your bed and cried just like a little bit, maybe not out loud, you know what I mean? Just like a little cry. You know, if you haven't fucking went 3 months without fucking a bitch because you lost everything in the mail, then you're not a fucking trap star. Period.
Yeah.
Period. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I see you.
And another thing I think that qualifies me particularly, that I'm smoking on this fucking retarded right here. I don't know if you guys can tell how fucking retarded this shit is, but another thing I think that qualifies me is I don't candy coat shit. Like a real trap star, I might pull up to your function, tell you you're a fucking nerd. You know what I'm saying? I get this with a lot of weed people. You know, I might have to pull up to your harvest party, tell you you're a fucking nerd, but I still like you.
Cali Outdoor?
I've never met Cali Outdoor. I only started doing their memes because I just seen them online. I seen him online. I'm like, yo, this dude's goofy as fuck. So I started making fun of him. And then I heard he gets busted and everyone's like, You guys made a skit about him, and then he got busted by the feds. I'm like, you fucking morons. First of all, do you guys not know how the feds work? Because if they do come, it means they've already been on you for 3-4 fucking years. So, who knows if the little fag even got busted anyway.
Hold on. It was the feds?
Supposedly, but, you know, like I said, bro, I don't, like, follow Cali Outdoors life. Or, like, I just know that last time I went live, some little weed nerd came on. Say again?
I don't think anyone really knows. I don't think anyone really knows what happened to him, honestly.
Yeah, and you know what, bro? I think that it would be an easy way to lie and say, I got hit by the feds. No, buddy, you opened the fucking mailbox and there was an abatement notice. It happens now. There's fucking satellites everywhere, moron. Fucking idiot. You know what I mean? So I think he got an abatement notice and then he acted like he got fucking hit by the feds. Or either that or he fucking got an eviction notice because his weed was shit and he couldn't make the balloon payment.
That's probably what happened.
But anyways, so yeah, I would qualify myself as a real trap star because I ride around like I don't give a fuck. I'm easy to find. I say what I want. I got a bunch of bitches running around this motherfucker with my name tattooed on them. Some of them, even some other stuff I might have left on them permanently. Herps. No, just kidding. Not kidding. Warts. But anyways, let's put it this way. If a bitch gives me a blowjob, she better know how to read Braille, okay? Because there's some bumps down there, okay? It's been a rough run. I fucked a lot of grow whores.
So what have you kind of done in Humboldt? I want to know what, like, so were you born and raised?
So basically a little breakdown. I was born in Fortuna, California. Stop coughing, please. I was born in Fortuna, California. I grew up in Humboldt, but my family comes from South Africa. When they came here, they settled in New York. My mom and dad ended up coming out to Rio Del, of all fucking places in the world, and was like, basically, we're fucking staying here. So, lucky me, my mom shit me out on a floor in Fortuna, in a trim shack. No, I'm just kidding. I was born at the hospital. So I was here. I left in about 3rd grade to go to Connecticut. I lived like right at the Connecticut-New York border, not too far outside of Yonkers. I lived there for like a long time. I would come back and forth. But I moved back for good. I got in trouble in Connecticut, and part of my deal was to leave Connecticut, come out here with my mom. My stepdad so my mom and dad broke up when I was a kid. My mom and stepdad went to prison for growing in honeydew. And when they got out, I came out here to live with my mom when I was 15. I did my first grow season.
How long did they go to prison for?
Well, what happened was this. So my stepdad's from Honeydew, right? And he was a big timer back in the day. Well, they were at their house, and when he came outside, somebody pistol whipped him in the back of the head, and he had a fanny pack. Keep in mind, this is like back in the day when, like, people who wore fanny packs is because they had a bunch of drugs and money in them, not because there was some little fucking queer walking around with a fucking Coach man purse, okay? So anyways, he had a fanny pack full of dope and money and, you know, doing his little thing. He was a partier. He's growing a lot of weed, having a lot of money, and they tried to rob him, but he wouldn't give up the fanny pack. He was, like, wrestling with them outside. So moms came outside and let off some shots. Well, instead of letting off shots at the people who were robbing him, she shot like at them and completely missed and shot up the neighbors' houses. And so she ended up, my mom and my stepdad went to prison for it. My mom was gone for 3 years. My stepdad was gone for 8. Anyways, my mom ended up getting into a program, and then my stepdad went to fire camp, got out the program. They were together. I came out here to live with them, and he did his first year on the hill. So this is my first year on the hill. Pounds were going for 48. That was outdoor pounds. And we created the strain cat piss, which somebody out there might say we didn't. They're a liar.
Wait, your family created cat piss?
Cat piss was created in Wilder Ridge, Honeydew. I don't know why everyone else is trying to say it wasn't.
What year was that?
Well, let's say 15. I'm 39 right now, so what's 15? How many? What's the years, fellas?
96.
90 what?
96.
96. I created Willie Beeman too. It was a strain of mellow yellow that they bred like 16 times in Honeydew, and then buried the seeds, then came back out there, replanted it, redid it. We crossed it with Big Bud a couple times, and back in the day during the Orange Kush days, the Orange Crush days, we crossed it with that. We made some couple weird breedings, but at the time, all I'm doing is, getting a male plant, putting a branch in a paper bag and shaking it over a branch, not doing this fancy bullshit, you feel me? But we created cat piss. Cat piss was a fucking strain of mellow yellow that came to Humboldt in the 60s from a dude from Ventura County. So I don't know what all this other shit, a lot of people claiming that they made strains. I mean, you got 30 white market farms right now claiming all these different shits. It's just a bunch of gelato with a different name on the bag. So anyways, I grew some weed. My first year I made $12,000 growing. Decided that I wanted to do it the next year. Then the next year I hooked up with some oat.
What year was this your first year?
15 years old. So what's 39 minus 15, fellas?
Okay.
15 years old, so over 25 years ago.
96.
Yeah, 90s. So anyways, fucking grew some weed out there. I hooked up with these dudes out there. They were like my stepdad's homies, and they grew a bunch of weed that was molded. They cut it down in the rain and shit, and they were like talking about like burning it and shit. And at this point, I'm like 16, about to turn 17, got my permit and shit. So I was like, yo, don't burn the fucking weed. I'll take it all. And I made like 30 fucking trips with my older brother to get it all to town. And we sat there in my backyard at the deck and cleaned the mold off it. And I would say like right then was probably when I started kind of like balling. You know what I'm saying? Because I was selling peas for $1,500, $1,600 and we had like, me and all the homies was running around with backpacks full of tree and giving away garbage bags for nothing because we were so young. We didn't really know what we were working with because it was molded and we got it for free. You know what I mean? But we did trim and clean the mold off at Humboldt style.
So you were kind of in the good old days.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it carried on though. We got camped on a couple times and shit got really bad out there after about we got camped on twice in a row. That really rocked us. And we ended up taking a loan against the property and then eventually selling it. And I started doing my indoor thing in town. But the real fun began 2003. Me and Germ, the dude to be in my skits with me, we started trading weed for birds, going to Oakland, getting birds fronted, started selling dope because I got camped on a couple times. And then at that point, I felt like in the weed game, it wasn't so easy to get put on. Like you were either put on with your family.
So camp came and fucked with you a few times.
Yeah, so by the time I was 18, You said what?
You hopped in the chowder game in the Bay?
No, I have cousins from the Bay that were already fucking with birds, and I was taking pounds down there and getting 48, sometimes 52, so I would get a couple cheap pounds out here. People don't understand like what you say about our tweakers. In Humboldt, a tweaker will pull up with 50, 60,000 in the middle of the night because they just left the hill with a dude who has millions. Some bitch might come through this motherfucker and buy a half pound of crack just to go to the hill and smoke with this dude for a month because he's sitting up there with all the money, you know what I mean? And I assume it's probably like that in the Santa Cruz Hills too. You got some rich fiends, you feel me? But yeah, got camped on and couldn't really get a job in the weed industry anywhere else because it wasn't through my stepdad. So we went and started getting birds, and then about 2003 to 2007.
So you got raided by camp?
Yeah, a couple times, bro, like in a row. They found a dead body. If anybody from Humboldt knows, they found a dead body on our driveway that we shared with like 3 other people. And I felt like the cops punished us for that. You know what I'm saying? And they just fucking hammered us. And one of the times we got camped on, I was growing on BLM land. And so they really started fucking, on us, bro, like flying heavy and waiting on the driveways and shit like that. So I just lost interest in the weed for a little bit. One thing about Humboldt, we are 6 light Larrys. Every motherfucker from Humboldt has somewhere he has 6 lights up and he's fucking surviving off this shit. You know what I mean? So I've always been a 6 light Larry. I've always had my little things going, but I kind of lost interest in the weed game. 2003, 2007, fast forward, I linked up with my buddy Forlan, my buddy from Mexico. We started selling crystal. 2007, I controlled the drug trade in Humboldt. Anybody from Humboldt will verify this, Clout. I'm not lying about this shit. You feel me?
So that was kind of confusing when you were talking to me in the DM when you're all pissed at me after I posted that meme. You kind of said, you were like, yeah, I'm a known drug dealer.
Yeah, I kind of am. I'm not really proud of that, though. You know what I mean? But, like, when you made the meme...
What was confusing for me is I thought you were referring to selling weed as selling drugs.
No, I don't consider weed a drug, to be honest with you, bro. I consider alcohol a drug. You feel me?
No.
I think, another thing people out there have to understand, though, in Humboldt, weed is a way of life. It's a part of our culture. It's like somebody being in Nebraska and, being worried about having a little bit of corn on them. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of lost interest in the weed after we got camped on and shit because I'm a kid. I'm sacrificing my whole fucking summer. And back when I was growing, you didn't leave the hill. You know what I'm saying? There was no going to town for 2 days to call the girlfriend and fucking go to Costco and all that shit. You didn't leave the hill. You know what I'm saying? So I got tired of it, started selling dope.
I mean, so you have to sleep in the garden like towards the end? Did you sleep in the garden?
No, we had a cabin. We had a nice spot, bro. We actually had a spot that
No, I mean everyone has a cabin, but usually towards the end, the last couple months, you gotta sleep in the garden just in case, right?
I think that's more of like a Trinity Pine style. You know, that we protected it, but really you'd have to protect the driveway. You don't really have. No one's gonna get back there, you know.
In Mendo, when I did a season in Mendo, I had to sleep in the garden the last 2 months, but you know.
But were you close to people that might try to rob you?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Honeydew's pretty secluded, buddy. They'll pull you over. Back in the day, they'll pull you over and ask you who the fuck you were with and what you were doing out there. You know what I mean? Pedestrians. This was like Wild Wild West Humboldt, not this watered down sissy ass clown shit that's going on right now. Bunch of fucking lames came out here when 215s came out and watered this shit down. You feel me?
No, I feel that. So what's the difference in people that are cultivating in Humboldt now versus back in kind of, let's say, 07, 08? Like, when did it kind of get flooded on kind of more of the green rush vibe?
I think right now it became kind of competitive. Like, it's different. You got to grow good. Like you said, you know, like when you made that meme, motherfuckers got sensitive about it. Then you're like, yo, you make fun of Fork and Oregon all the time. I'm like, this motherfucker got a point. I was acting like a sensitive little weirdo. I was like, damn, I thought about because Jerm had to go to a funeral in Oregon and all the people up there were on his ass. Like, yeah, what's up, bro? You want to hit this Oregon shit? And like really getting mad, bro. You feel me? So I'm like, oh shit, I just turned into one of them. But right now, the difference between back then and now, weed was going for way more. You could grow 30 pounds and get rich, bro. You got to grow like 600 pounds right now to make some money. Straight up. And it's hard with satellites giving you fucking...
Even in the black market, I mean, you grow a couple hundred pounds, you're doing pretty good if you're still at 12 and 13 right now. So
but it's just different. You got to grow good weed now. You have to grow good weed. Back in the day, you could just grow shit. I want to hear some interesting questions.
You're kind of hitting them. Let's see. So what kind of started what started this whole thing is I made a meme about Humboldt, right? I said, you know, there's people literally living in Humboldt, be thankful wherever the fuck it was.
Yes, like it's some shithole, yes. And I was trying to think, I'm like, dude, this dude's from San Jose, like, you guys kind of have your own shitholes out there. Like, it's pretty bad out there, bud. I've watched the news and shit out there before.
Yeah, but I feel that. But, when you're looking at, like, at Santa Cruz in general, right? It's by the beach. It's close to SF. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, like, some acres we have and shit.
Definitely more centrally located, but at the same time, it's like, when's the last time someone was, like, mentioning that? I don't know. It's like, we're world famous. Like, we're the dudes. We're the Columbia of weed. So we have like a nostalgia. And I think if you live out here, you better make the most of it. If not, you're going to be sitting around going, fuck, we live in Humboldt. This shit sucks. You know what I mean? I have another thing I want to say, though. Now, if you guys want to make memes about Humboldt being a shit place to live because of the weather and there's nothing to do, and you want to say that the price is boof and it's overpriced, and we're going to have to get a definition of boof here pretty soon. I want to say one thing, though. Ours, Stanley, you can say whatever you want about our weed, our weather, but you watch your fucking mouth about our tweakers. You hear me, you cocksucker? Those people supported the lifestyle that I'm living right now. I still got money that smells like fucking mothballs from those fuckers. And half of them were related to.
What's up? Tell me, so speaking of tweakers and heroin, what about this Devil's Playground I was hearing about?
Holy shit. Holy shit.
I actually found a few articles.
All right, so look, let me tell you about the only time I ever went back there. Back in the day, it's not no secret, motherfuckers from Humboldt know I was a pimp, right? And I had a house, me and a couple of my bitches lived there. They were selling pussy. I was pimping them. It's just what it was, bro. You know what I mean? Living the dream.
Wait, hold on. You were selling pussy at Devil's Playground?
No, listen. I was living with my bitches, my main bitch. We had her sister, right? Her mom was a dope fiend, so we had, like, let her sister stay with us because the mom was living in Devil's Playground. So I'm like, yo, we can't have your little sister living back there. Like, someone's going to, like, you know what I mean? That ain't cool. Like, tell her to come stay at the house. So we gave her a room at the house. Whatever. It was good. Well, one day, my girl had to go pick him up for school, and she wasn't at the school, so we kind of started tripping. I'm like, yo, did her mom come get her? The school's like, yeah, her mom came and got her. So I'm like, great, she's in fucking Devil's Playground. Now we got to go back to this lice-infested shithole and fucking try to find her. So the first time we go back there, I encounter like this fucking bum, tweak, fucking like weird skinhead security force. They're like, what's up, bro? They like circle me like, what are you doing back here, man? Because I like look normal. Like, you're a little too clean, man. You know, the gay prostitutes are down that way. Quit trying to roll in the camp and get your dick sucked, you know? And I'm like, dude, I'm here with my girl, bro. You don't have to bring up all the last times I came to the camp. But anyways, different story. I go down there and I met with by this security force. I'm like, yo, check this out, bro. Like, I'm Cracker Jack, homie. Like, I'm here to get my niece's shit, you know what I mean? I'm like, at this point, I don't want to say that I'm fucking with the bitch that's behind me that's fucking frantic, you know what I mean? I'm trying to play it cool. And at that certain, like, stigma about it, I'm like, I don't want to get stabbed. Like, it's pretty dark. And I didn't come back here prepared for all this shit. So they're like, look, the little kid ain't back here. You know, we wouldn't hide a little kid. I'm like, all right, you know. And so fucking, I'm like, we leave. I'm like, damn. So I felt like, damn, I kind of got punked right there, you know. So go to the house. I get the strap. Grab two of my dogs. I breed bullies. I got some big hitters. My bullies aren't them little gay-ass, you know, barely can breathe, cuddly shits. They're the type of people that fucking bite your friend in the face for no goddamn reason when it's known in his whole life. And you still keep it and don't put it down. Those are the kind of dogs I breed. Anyways, let me see a lighter. Anyway, so I'm like, yo, I got to go back. Like, I know she's back there. So I go back there and I'm like, yo, check this out. I'm coming back to get, you know, my girl's, like, little sister shit. And fucking, I'm not leaving without her, bro. So you motherfuckers better get to finding her or some shit's going to go crazy. At this point, I got the strap out, right? So like, wait, hold on, man. Hold on. Go get the mayor. They start yelling for the mayor, right? I'm like, is the fucking mayor of Eureka down here getting head from prostitutes and, like, doing heroin and shit? Like, I wouldn't put it past him, though. He's a fucking weirdo. We'll get back to that. The mayor is a fucking weirdo. He's like the mayor from fucking Family Guy.
What year is this?
Huh? This is like, what, 2012?
Okay.
So at that point too, Devil's Playground was so big, if you went into Walmart, which is right by Devil's Playground at like 11 o'clock at night, they would go in there at 11, like 100 deep and just steal shit and take off running. Like every fucking night. It was like the store couldn't stop it. The police could barely even stop it. It was crazy, right? So I'm back there. I'm like, yo, look, like, it's not going down like that. Like, I know she's back here. I'm going to get her, you know, like, I'm not playing. They're like, well, hold on, go get the mayor. I'm like, great. The fucking mayor of Eureka's back here. Well, it's like this fucking weird Yoda-looking cockeyed, just twacked motherfucker with no teeth. And he has, like, this walking stick, and he's like, I'm the mayor. And he's, like, getting all loud. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, what kind of weird government? Who elected this fucking dude? Like, because if it's that easy to win mayor back here, I'll put together a campaign. Let's get a fucking revote. I'll hand out $1 bills and get all the fucking votes if it's that easy. This little Yoda fuck can become the mayor. So I'm like, look, dog, check this out. I want the fucking kid, bro. And if worst case scenario, I'm going to come back during the daylight and I'm just going to come for you, bro. Like, I want the kid, bro. He's like, fine. And they, like, send these trackers out there to go get the kid out of the bushes, bro. This shit was fucking crazy. I shit you not. This is the only time I went back to Devil's Playground. Like, there was 250 tents back there when I went there. This is like an elementary school, bro. You know what I mean? A small school back there of homeless, weird, undocumented fucks. And it was kind of like like every time you drove around that part of Eureka, you'd get dudes like in the crosswalk, like fucking rubbing shit on their teeth and fucking barking at your car and shit. It actually made for a pretty entertaining little era of time. I'm pretty mad they got rid of it, actually. But yeah, Eureka, we've had our dark days. Heroin, this is a heroin city. A lot of people think they're looking at tweakers and like meth heads. No, that's how a heroin acts when they're on good smack. They start tweaking. You feel me?
I thought they were like super sedated.
No, see, okay. Coming from somebody like, okay, me personally, I've never popped Percocets, okay? Don't take the fucking things, okay? But I heard from a friend that they make you super productive and energetic. I swear to God. Like, not that I'd know, but I'm just saying, you know.
The Perkies?
Might have popped a few in my day. So let me ask anybody out there, when you take a Percocet, I don't fucking take a Percocet and be sitting there like this. I take a Percocet, start wanting to go do shit. Get shit done. And then, you know, same way with a heroin addict. A heroin addict is sedated only for about the first 5-10 minutes. They shoot up. And if you drive through Eureka, you'll see them shooting up. If you drive around enough, you'll see them on the sidewalk, you know what I mean, trying to find a vein. We need more like them. No, I'm just kidding. But it's no different than, I haven't spent enough time in actual Santa Cruz. When I go to that area, I'm always in Salas. And I say Salas because I'm a real G. You feel me? But I fucking demand an apology from Stanley.
Well, hey, we're gonna have Stan come on after. He's gonna evaluate what you said and shit. He's gonna weigh in, so we'll get a chance to ask Stan for an apology. But you know what I did, CJ, is in the comments a couple times I mentioned that I wanted people to email me questions.
Yeah, give me one.
Ask you about Humboldt. I haven't screened any of them. I haven't opened them up. I'm just gonna kind of rattle them off.
Go for it.
And there's a few of them. So we got, this is Jason from Eugene, Oregon. All right, he says, what role do you think the saturated market in Oregon plays in Humboldt, being that they're so close geographically?
Well, one thing people have to understand right fucking now, listen closely, people. South Oregon is Humboldt. That's our shit. South Oregon and Humboldt is one thing now. We're like a weird kingdom, you know what I mean? Like Lord Pissbeard, my character. We like go places and just infest the shit. And it's not white boys from Humboldt like me. It's the Mexicans from Humboldt, the Bulgarians, the white boys, the Asians. Everyone from Humboldt is in Oregon. So the role that it's playing right now is Oregon has basically showed their hand and allowed all this gay-ass hemp shit. And it's just like I don't understand, like, what don't they get about strains and breeding and shit? Go where the black market is. The reason people are coming to California to buy the weed, our black market has the flavors they want. So why the fuck aren't people catching on to that shit and being like, yo, I'm going to grow some biscotti, or like stick to the Northern California flavors and we can all work together. But I think what they did, they saturated to the point that they fucking overdosed. They overdosed.
With CBD or Jaeger?
Jaeger is just, God, that shit sucks. But it's so fucking fun to grow. Oh, kill it with that shit.
Never fucking with Jaeger.
Nah, you know what though?
I'm gonna go to the next one real quick because
Yeah, Oregon overdose. That's what they did. They grew too much shit weed. It's done.
So this is Anthony from New York. He says, "Yo, CJ, I'm a big fan. Do you ever freestyle?"
Yeah, I got some music in my movie January 28th. I'm dropping the movie. It's gonna be at Proper Wellness. Anyways, I'm not gonna be plugging my shit like some old corny fuck. I got an original song in the movie that I do. It's one of the first songs I've released in a while. And I am the freestyle king. Nobody can freestyle rap longer than me, better than me. I don't give a fuck. Don't test me. And right. I don't do
next time maybe we'll have you on here to freestyle.
You know what I get? I get a lot of messages from hella wooks. For some reason, there's something about me that makes weird, stinky motherfuckers from Rhode Island with dreadlocks want to gum in my DMs and say I can't rap and challenge me. They don't want it.
I'm gonna hop to the next one.
Go ahead.
For the interest of time. So this is Vinny from Chicago. You are hilarious, CJ. If you made some black market Viking tins, I can flip them out here for the high, my G.
Chicago, you won't need them in the next 6 months, buddy. There's too many.
Why not?
Because Chicago's gonna be like Cali here real quick. The Iraqis and shit out there is doing that shit out there.
You can't grow outdoor greenhouse.
No, they'll just grow indoor. 10 years from now, who the fuck's going to want to smoke outdoor?
There's actually a lot of people I know that actually prefer outdoor.
Really?
A good amount of people. Yes.
I don't mind depth, but I don't like smoking full term. I don't like smoking weed that makes my shit scratchy and I don't know.
I mean, there's some good outdoor out there, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
In Chicago, I think Illinois, leave it up to Illinois. If all the states are going to evolve and get the closest to Cali you're going to see, might be Illinois, because there's hustlers out there. It's the home of the hustlers. You feel me? They're going to find a way to make the weed good and make the consumer want it. Next question.
This kind of brings like a little bit of a broader point. It's like, so you kind of start doing skits and you got some recognition and whatnot. So, like, have you monetized that in the cannabis industry?
How did I get the recognition and how did I get paid for it?
No, I'm saying this guy says he wants black market Viking tins in fucking Chicago. I'm asking you in like the
Yes, black market Viking pins will be available in California at the end of this month at lots of different shops. And when it goes national, I'm going national. I'm coming to get what's mine. I'm getting my piece of the pie. But I'm coming with a pin that's ceramic. It's like a portable Puffco that doesn't break down. And you don't be having to dip in shit then dip into other shit. And I got a big surprise for y'all for the cart that I'm inventing. It's going to be a whole different ball game. Once they let me in, once I get on the shelves, they can't get me off. You feel me? I'm just going to spread like a weird fire. And not going to say Australia, but fuck, Australia. Yeah. Skull City, what's up?
He says, you seem very socially ignorant. I see you use the word fag a lot when you were arguing with people. Kind of ironic for a dude who wears wigs with his buddies and makes gay little skits.
Yeah, for sure. But I'll wear that wig and beat the shit out of you. No, you know what? Sometimes we just had this discussion the other day, like, I be saying fag, but I don't really, honestly, this is, once again, I am ignorant, motherfucker. I put ketchup on a Wagyu. Motherfucker, I am ignorant. I will fight you because it's raining outside. I'll shoot you if you make me mad enough. I am ignorant. I'm not going to deny that. I'm ignorant, bizarre, weird fuck. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm going to be a millionaire doing this shit. What's his excuse? What's his excuse for dressing up like a bitch? He's in Frisco dressing up like a bitch for nothing, just to take some dick. I'm doing it to be a millionaire. Wait, he's claiming that our mids flooded his state?
Come pour my lab and outdoor and I'll show you what's good.
See what's going to happen? I'm going to go tour his shit. And he's going to be, like, the whole time I'm looking at his weed, he's going to be staring me in the face, waiting for my reaction, waiting for me to look up and be like, I take back what I said, man. This shit's pretty good. And the whole time I'm going to be sitting there texting Taylor and Jerm, like, let's get the fuck out of here. This shit is crap. He's harvesting spider mites. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm only fucking around. There's a lot of bomb-ass weed in Oregon. It just, unfortunately, it's grown by people from Humboldt. I mean, it's just how it is. Sorry about your luck, bro. Fuck. If I come to Oregon and you pull up on me with some bomb, I'll change my mind. But I've been up there a lot. I lived out there, and I didn't really see a lot of good weed, bro.
You didn't see any good weed in Oregon?
Yeah, 100%. But, like, everyone I saw out there with good weed, bro, was from Cali. There's a lot, like...
What about the indoor vibe out there? Because, I wanted to bring him on live, because Brad from Havahart, Havahart has a lot of dispensaries across different states.
Uh-huh.
And when he was telling me, he was like, you make fun of Oregon a lot, he likes memes and whatnot, but he was telling me that Oregon, in all the states he's in, some of the best indoor he finds in Oregon. And I thought that was kind of a trip, because, like, I've been to Oregon a couple times, never really seen any good weed. I've bought a lot of weed that's coming down from Oregon. It's always cheaper. It's always just, I don't know, maybe it's the humidity, maybe it's the cure, maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but
it's something about it's not the climate or the place. They're not, like, dude, you set up this beautiful indoor facility. I've seen some state-of-the-art facilities up there that I was super impressed. Look, the first time I ever was like, yo, I'm going to use AC units in my indoor, I was in Oregon, and they were like, why aren't you doing this? You know what I mean? I'm old school Humboldt, intake, outtake. You feel me? They're not becoming strain specific enough. Like, go to your indoor, throw away every fucking plant you have, drive to the Bay Area, and go get a clone from someone. For Christ fucking sakes, people! Huh?
Archives from Oregon, right? Cooked for breakfast is from Oregon, right?
I don't know who those people are.
Decent breeders out there.
No, I'm not saying, dude, there's people in Oregon that grow fire, but we're talking about the masses. We're talking about the black. If I go to Oregon to buy 300 pounds right now, bro, the only people I'm going to find good weed from out there, especially in South Oregon, is the couple big families that people know who they are and the people that are there from Humboldt, bro. Like, I've had people from Oregon like, yeah, we met some dudes in Medford that were fucking trying to big baller talking all this shit, bro. Went and looked at all their samples. Motherfucker couldn't give that shit to me. Like, bro, I don't even want to waste my transport on this bullshit. You feel me? And these dudes are like, but in Portland, I agree. It's only a matter of time till, like, they're good growers and they're state of the art, but there's only a few of them. There's more people coming from Humboldt and Cali up there than ever, though. And 2 years from now, bro, Oregon will be Cali. It will be Cali. Everyone's gone. They're leaving. They got abatement notices and they're in Oregon now.
Yep. I feel it. All right, so
I want to ask Stanley something.
Let's hear it.
Stanley, Stanley, are you on the line?
I think he's here. Stan, you gotta go live with me after to address whatever it says, okay?
Stanley R., are you here with us? Can Stanley hear us, Clout?
Look, he's right here, yes.
Okay, Stanley, if you had to fight one, fuck one, share a needle with one, which would they be in this order? Rosie O'Donnell, Justin Bieber, Courtney Love. Go! You have to fight one, you have to fuck one, and you have to share a needle with one. Who are you fighting, who are you fucking, and who are you sharing a needle with in that scenario?
All right, come on, Stan. See it.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
You can't just say Courtney.
No, who are you going to fuck, who are you going to fight, and who are you going to share the needle with?
If you're sharing a needle with Courtney.
Damn, he chose Courtney to share the needle?
That's what he said. I don't know.
Damn.
I'm gonna get Stan. Dude, he's like, hold on. Let me just get Stan on here. CJ.
Yeah, get him on here, because the inquiring minds want to know. For my viewers, we're getting Stanley R., the person who maliciously attacked our local tweaks, the people that we hold dear to us, okay? And we're going to have to ask him a couple questions about his sexual preferences when it comes to Rosie O'Donnell, Justin Bieber, or Courtney Love. Who you going to fuck? Who you going to fight? Who you going to share a needle with, bro? Let's hear it.
He's gonna fight Roseanne.
He's going to fight Rosie O'Donnell, okay?
Oh, I thought. Oh, he said Roseanne. Okay, Roseanne.
Rosie O'Donnell. He's fighting Rosie O'Donnell. Who's he fucking? That only leaves Justin Bieber to fuck, bud. You had two women. You said you'd share the needle with Courtney, and you're going to fight Rosie O'Donnell, the woman? And you're going to fuck Justin Bieber. So out of that scenario, you chose to beat the shit out of a woman, share a needle with a known fucking heroin addict with every type of oh my God. And then you're going to fuck the only dude who happens to be like a little boy from the Philippines, body shape. Thank you for coming, folks. It's been great having you.